Hey Virgo, it's Lisa, and here is your April 2023 mid-month reading. This is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading with me, all my information is down below in the description box. I was going to do weekly readings. I'm still planning on doing them, but we decided to add a family member, and we got ourselves a new land shark, aka Dennis, and he's just been taking up a lot of time. So hopefully by next week he will be in a routine, and I will be able to get back to doing my work. So he's been a really fun addition, but a lot of work, way more than kids, that's for sure. Also, I am holding a contest in April to win a reading with me. If you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, I will enter you in the draw, and I'll be picking the name at the end of the month. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's in store for you for the rest of the month. And so far it's been really interesting. I know there's a lot of things astrologically with the eclipse happening and Mercury going into retrograde. So let's check in and see. So the overall message for the rest of April for you, Virgo, is the Queen of Swords, which is all about communication with the people around you. It can be actual communication like social media or emails and things like that. And it can also be manifesting with the universe, putting out to the universe what it is that you want and being very clear about it. Okay, so, but we'll get more clarity on that. The challenge that you face for the rest of this month is that everything happens for a reason, when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. The Six of Cups. Okay, so that'll be interesting to get clarity on. What you don't see coming this month is the Three of Wands, all about being in the now, focusing on the now, and not looking backwards. So you may be finding that you're reminiscing this month. So let's see. And then where they want you to focus, Virgo, is the moon. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's get some clarity on this. So the Queen of Swords for you, Virgo. Queen of Swords, all about communication. Clearly communicating what it is you want, and that can be verbally to the people around you. It can be improving your communication skills and communicating, your truths, or communicating with a business or your intentions, putting it out into the world. Again, the people around you can be social media or email, really kind of communicating who you are and your truths. And then it's also manifesting and putting out to the universe what it is that you want, and really being very, very clear on that. And then, the universe can bring you back what it is you want. So let's get some clarity on that and how that relates to you, Virgo. Okay, so yes, so they're saying that the Three of Pentacles, all about building a foundation, a strong foundation to your future. It does feel like communicating and building this foundation of like, this is who I am, speaking your truths, and really kind of sharing that information with team members, with family. It's almost feels like accountability. So it's kind of like committing to something and putting it out into the world. And that kind of builds this foundation that leads to a lot of success. And it does say that you have a lot of people around you, that like a good team around you. Right. So the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, is all about you coming center stage, you being 100% authentically yourself. Again, very much like speaking your truth and showing in who you are and shining. Like, stop hiding behind people, stop hiding yourself away, come center stage and be like totally who you are, right? It's almost like kind of shedding a persona and kind of going, you know what? This is who I really am. I'm going to let my inside person come out, and I'm just going to really be myself now. Even though you kind of were, it's really about really truly stepping into it. What your beliefs are, who you are as a person, all of those things, and really kind of shining. And it's interesting because they're saying the communication helps you shine, And then the more you shine, the more you can communicate. And again, it can be social media, it can be, promotion and putting yourself out there, branding yourself, and really kind of communicating who you are, what you do, and how you do it, and what you can offer people. And then it's just, by doing this, it really makes things move forward really fast, and it's not getting distracted by all the stuff that's happening around you, whether that's with the world or people around you. It's kind of like, I'm not getting distracted off this course. I'm on a mission. I'm going to make this happen. And then it's doing it, like full on going for it and saying, yep, I'm going to do this. I'm in my bubble. I'm going to create this life I want, and I'm going to go for it. And I'm not going to let anybody distract me or any situation. And then it's about not worrying and stressing about money, or a lot of times for me, Pentacles, although Pentacles traditionally is about money, it can be about whatever makes you secure in the material world. So that can be a relationship, that can just be you as a person. Where do you fit in? How do you feel secure in this material world that we live in? So they're saying, you know what, you need to just come out and not worry about, being secure in the world and worrying about, will they like me? Will I fit in? What if I, step out and then everybody is kind of like, wow, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips, right? It's kind of like, no, just be 100% authentically yourself. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let any situation dim your light. And don't worry about, well, if I shine, what will happen? Will I lose my friends? Will I lose my family? Will I, lose my job? Or, will people like me? Whatever it is, right? And the same thing is like, if I step forward, will I be successful? Will I make money? Will I so it all depends on where it relates into your family or into your life. If it's health and fitness, it's kind of like, if I focus on myself, right? What will that do? If I'm like saying, no, you know what, I'm actually going to take time and focus on myself, and I'm not going to be there all the time for the people in my life, because I'm, I'll be there, but I'm just not going to spend every waking minute doing it. It's just not worrying about, well, how will they survive without me being there 24/7, or me not focusing on them 24/7. So it is about not worrying and stressing about that, because you actually will block your successes from coming in if you do those things. I mean, it makes sense, right? But sometimes it's like subconscious and we worry and stress about it. And although we're taking some steps by subconsciously and worrying and stressing about it, it blocks the next steps that we need to do. So try your best to let go of that and just think about creating a flow and taking the steps you need to do to get there, and everyone and everything will adjust accordingly. Okay, and then the challenge you have is the 6 of Cups, which is all about karma, but it is also about the understanding that everything happens when it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to happen. A lot of times, most times especially, we're brought up to learn that we can force things to happen. Work hard, force it to happen, and it'll happen. And this is all about, you can't force something to happen. You can make things happen by doing and by putting yourself out there and shining, but you can't force when and how and all of that kind of stuff. We don't have control over a lot of things in the universe. In some ways it's very scary, and in other ways it's very freeing, because we don't have to worry about certain things. We just have to do our part. This very much relates to like the serenity prayer, where it's like, just focus on what you can do and let go of what you can't control, right? And know that exactly what's supposed to happen will happen, when it's supposed to happen, and how it's supposed to happen. And the fact that there's reasons behind everything. We may know the obvious reasons, but a lot of times in situations, there's multiple reasons and we don't see them until we move forward. Okay, so let's get some clarity on this. Yeah, so it's basically saying, don't worry, just keep moving forward. Things will come clear, mentally come clear as you accept that. It's like almost like you take a step back and you can see clear why things have happened, and that you don't have to like, the way they're saying is muddle your brain with all the hows and whys and whens. You just have to do and focus on what you need to do. Be in the now, which is very much this card, right? Which is what you don't see coming. So the challenge is doing that, where it's just kind of like letting go of all the things you can't control and focusing on what you can. And that will make things so much clearer to you, where you think it's the opposite, but it's not. When you move forward, you're moving towards the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So it's almost like the feeling is very freeing. So you do your part, you just focus on what you can do, let go of what you can't do, and that helps you have mental clarity. You can really move forward towards what it is you want to achieve, again, whatever area of your life that's in, and then that really moves you forward towards happiness, fulfillment, success, money, good health, all the things that you want, celebrations. It's almost like you're bogged down, Virgo, by thinking about, or trying to control what's going to happen or how it's going to happen, like the outcome. This is all about just, doing what you can do and letting go of everything else. As you move forward, it's about moving forward with balance, not forcing things, not pushing things. It's just creating a flow. And the more you do that, the more success that will come. It is a really hard, it's not hard, but it's just that it kind of goes against what we've learned growing up. So you work hard still, you apply yourself, you do what you need to do, but you let go of a lot of things that you can't control. And that literally makes everything move forward faster. It's this bizarre thing that happens when we try to control the outcome or focus on the outcome. So it's like walking forward or walking up a really tall hill and looking at the top, but you're stumbling over every step you take because you're not paying attention to where you're stepping. So if you just focus on where you're stepping and following the path that's right in front of you, you'll get to the top a lot quicker than if you're just looking at the top and not paying attention and tripping over everything and going off the path and all of that kind of stuff. So they're saying if you just stay focused, be present, be in the now, and move forward with balance, not rushing or not stopping, you will achieve a lot of success. It's funny, a lot of people are getting sort of a similar message this month. I think a lot of it has to do with Pluto going into Aquarius, because it is about the same old is not going to kind of sit well with most people. So it's all about changing our lives to become what it is that we want and kind of going for it. I think I've seen other tarot readers who are talking about this as well, but the feeling is very much, now that I've done several readings, where it's kind of like things are shifting in the world and things are going to be done differently in the world. And so it's kind of like you're looking at yourself and going, okay, how do I want to do things now? And how do I want to be truly myself? And with that, you start to move in that direction. And then this card is all again about focus on what's right in front of you. The King of Wands, what's right there, focus on what you need to do and what the next step is going to be, and be open to possibilities, right? Where the universe is going to lead you, but don't be so focused on the outcome and put expectations on things, because you'll just stumble and things won't move forward smoothly. So just do that, and that is your challenge, because it is hard because we're used to trying to control things, and it's all about letting go of that control and just doing what we can do, controlling what we can control, which is our steps, taking action, our attitude, our mindset, and letting go of everything else that we can't control. Okay, so what you don't see coming is the Three of Wands, which is exactly what the challenge is, but the reverse. So it's basically the challenge is focusing, having a hard time focusing on the fact that you can't control everything. And what you don't see coming is that you do start to just focus on the now. You focus on the steps you need to take, what you need to do right now. You let go of the past and say, okay, well, I guess it just wasn't supposed to happen back there. Or, I made those things. Nothing's a mistake. It's just gathering information. Nothing is a waste of time. You gathered the information and you're here now. So what can you do right now in order to take the steps that you need to take? And again, don't focus so far in the future. Definitely don't focus on the past. Don't get stuck in reminiscing, all of that kind of stuff. It's all about moving forward. Okay, so then clarity, right? In order to do that, or when you do that, they're saying, is you connect to your passions. If you're single, it's basically by staying focused on the now and being present in the moment, you will, connect to someone. A lover will come in, someone you will connect to. If you're looking so far forward, you'll miss them, right? So it's kind of like, it's the funny thing is they're saying, you might be looking for someone and wanting a relationship and so focused on like looking for them at the top of the hill that they're standing right beside you, right? So when you're present in the now, you will see them. If it is that you are in a relationship, they're talking about the more you stay in the now, in the moment, not putting expectations, not demanding things. It's just enjoying it and being in the moment. You reconnect and you enjoy each other and spending time together. And that connects you again. And the same thing applies to just general passion, is the more you're not worried and stressed about all these expectations and what's to come and how it's going to all come together, the more you can connect to the passion of what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. And then it really kind of helps everything. And it's like supercharges everything. Sorry, I'm laughing. It just, the several readings in a row, several signs, the cards have just keep repeating themselves over and over again, which tarot does often. But this is about focus. Just focus. Focus on what's right in front of you. They're just saying it several times in different ways, but it is the King of Cups. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on your emotions, focus on mindset, focus on what you need to do right now in the present moment and be present. And then the Queen of Cups is about emotionally letting go of things that, again, very similar to the Three of Wands. Let go of things that no longer serve you, especially emotions, right? Hurts, even like reminiscing where it's kind of like, oh, I wish I was back in high school, I had so much fun, or back in university, I had so much fun. And it's like, can't go back, right? So create all that stuff now and stop living in the past. And the same thing goes if past hurts, things that have, you're holding on to, traumas, all of that kind of stuff. It's about letting that go and moving forward. Because really, when we hold on to it, it doesn't hurt anyone else. It doesn't hurt the person that hurt you. It only hurts you, right? And it's time to let it go so you can truly move forward. And the Two of Wands is all about, the world is your oyster. You can turn it into whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. The sky is the limit. It's abundant world and you can go out and get it. So stop focusing on the past and the things that have happened and things that didn't work out, and connect to your passions, be present in the now, and that's what will make everything happen for you. And don't settle. Don't say, you know what, okay, I'm just going to settle. I'm just going to, do this. Even though I'm not happy, I'm going to hold on to this emotion and I'm just not going to move forward. It's, it will, the way they're wording it is that the universe will really push you to move towards your successes, give you a good kick in the arse to get you there. So it's kind of like, just understand that you don't need to settle. If you want more, you can have more. And everyone's more is relative to them, right? What one person wants is completely different than what another person wants. It's not about stuff. It's more about what fulfills you and the accomplishments you want to have. And you can have whatever it is you want. You just need to go for it. Okay, so then where they want you to focus on is a new path. The moon might affect you because it is the moon card, so it is the eclipse that's coming. But really it feels more like about connecting to your passions, connecting to what makes you feel happy, and walking down that path. And they're pointing to this card, the communication card, and they're saying this communication and coming out and shining illuminates this path. It could be the exact same path, but it just looks different because you're dealing with it different and you're kind of coming out and shining. So let's get some clarity on that. So you're walking your path differently. Yeah, this is about basically if you walk your path and you move forward, controlling what you can control and letting go of what you can't control. It helps things move forward faster, and it brings you to things working out. All of your hard work, good luck, good fortune, new opportunity. It is a really positive card, the Chariot. But it's basically, doing what they're telling you will make things move faster rather than make things move slower. Because we think sometimes by controlling things that will make it happen faster. And it's like, no, by doing what you can do and letting go of what you can't do actually makes things move forward faster. One, you have more energy because you're not worried about everything. And two, you're more focused. Right. So when you do that, you get the the Judgment card. It's not the 10 of anything. It's the Major Arcana card, the Judgment card, which is about you come out of this box that you've been trapped in and you have a whole new phase in your life. You, again, very much what I said earlier about the moon, it's like this whole new path. Even if it's not a different path, it feels like a whole new phase. It's a new way of walking down your path. It's a new way of looking at life. Everything looks different. It's really kind of an interesting perspective. And then as you do that, you're moving towards financial success or success in the material world, whatever that is for you. Happiness, fulfillment, love. And then it's about, you learn through this process, you learn to be proactive. So and I think the thing is you may think you're proactive by trying to control everything and even things you can't control, but really you're wasting time and you're more in like survival mode, trying to prevent things from happening. So when you start to focus on your steps and what you can do and let go of other things, it really makes you more proactive, focused, and things start to happen. So that's really interesting, Virgo. Thanks very much for watching. If you could please like, share, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Have a great rest of April, and I will talk to you soon.
Always keep your face towards the sunshine, and the shadows will always be behind you.